Well. We're here. Day 24. This is locked in day. I couldn't figure out a way to put that in the title. It's actually pretty simple, I just forgot to. But we're locked in. This is the last day. We're launching the video tomorrow, okay? It's gonna be some good times. Yes, hello guys. KG, yay! Oh wait, no, I missed a few chats. As usual. Okay, let's back it up real quick. We got some spam messages from our boy Chinner Walkin. Sorry, you want to make me over $40,000 on a website called blah blah blah. Well, I thank you for the follow and kick. But anyways, welcome back, Garv. When you say you're back, as in like you're back from Italy, is that right? Well, either way, welcome back. From starting soon video, always goosebumps. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, we put a lot of time into that, so it always feels good when people appreciate it. We got a lot of work to do today. Garv, you said the song is so good for starting soon. Yeah, thank you very much. Even that one, I put it was like more sound effects than anything. My cat is also saying hello. Hello, Kimbap. Yes, we got a few new things built into our chat, by the way, or actually into the stream, including some new emote stuff. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, okay? I've been struggling all day figuring this out, but I think I did, okay? I think I did. We're gonna test it in a second. Let me catch up on what you guys are saying here. Thank you, Gar, for putting in the exclamation mark commands. Yes, thank you for that reminder. You can check all my socials. You can find ways to support me. You can see my photo presets, my gear that I use on all my travels. All of it is on the exclamation mark commands. You can also join our Discord, where we're continuing to build that community there. KG Photography, yes, yay. I think KG... I think you have access to all the emotes, right? Yes, so I'm seeing something pop up. Ooh, this is so exciting. Now I feel like I have a little screen of like what's happening on stream, but it's like so tiny. But I can see it now. The one thing is I haven't figured out how to get the audio to work. So we're like taking 2 steps forward and then like a half step or 1 step back each day, but it's forward progress. Garv, you said Lurk, Locked In, and Big Brain are new nice emotes. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna keep making more. I gotta figure out what Twitch, Kick, and YouTube will allow me to do, and if there are ways. I think there are ways where I can keep like making more emotes that you guys can access, but be patient with me. We'll figure out eventually how to make all that work out. Let's see what else. How types are these songs? You're talking about the Starting Soon song. You know what? Let's look it up later. We'll find some time. I don't remember the name of the audio that I use for it. I wonder if we can find it quickly. It's a really cool song. It's just like a nice little build up, you know. I don't even think it was. Yeah, we'll look into it in a second. I should put that in the YouTube video because I did publish that video on YouTube. And I should put the name of the soundtrack, right? Garv, you said, today I go to check my video and upload it today, so it's hard work, but this is the life. Hey, welcome to the hard life. But yes, good luck on that video. Do send it my way. I'd love to, give it a thumbs up and watch it. I think, if I remember, it was a long video, but maybe I can play it later on after the stream. Nice new overlay. Thank you. Yes, so there's a few new things. Okay, let me catch up. KG Photography. I like the startup. Thank you. Yes, and we did figure out some. We spent. Okay, we spent some money today to get some emotes. Okay, there's a website called nerdordie.com that Mr. Echo, our ChatGPT friend, recommended, and I'm such an idiot. Is it really my fault? I hit the apply. There's like a discount code for if you're a first-time purchaser on the site, and it's like a 30% off. And it would have saved me a decent chunk of money. And I thought I applied the code, but it didn't actually go through. And so now I sent the message to the help desk because I'm like, hey man, I want to save some money. But we did purchase a few new. This is our first time spending money on these like live stream overlays and widgets and stuff. So I hope you guys appreciate it. One is like an emote, so now anytime you put in those emotes, it should kind of pop up as like nice little friendly bubbles. I think it's randomized, and I'll play around with it as well to see what else to adjust there. I think I can adjust the size of it as well at some point. What else? Then we've got KG. You got the big brain. Yeah. So by the way, we're going to use a lot of that big brain every day. although the big brain emote is meant more for like being sarcastic, like when we don't have a brain moment and I'm doing, you know, when I make my typical idiotic mistakes, but we can use it for big brain actual moments as well. Like right now, this setup, you know, with the new overlay stuff, I feel good about it. We did work very hard. Oh yeah, we did work very hard on the stork as well. Okay, so what else is different? Well, if you see over there, let me see if I can boost the size of it so I can see. Yeah, so I believe if it's all working, you will see above that little ticker should just be like something that stays in place anytime someone subscribes or does any kind of action that's supporting the channel. So I figure I want to keep making sure if people are, you know, spending the time to watch the channel, support me in any way, it shouldn't just be a tiny moment. So yeah, as of now, this is what we got there. And then for this big camera setup over on this side, over here, now when someone donates, oh my god, I can't point. How do I point at it? No, wrong way. Oh, okay, there we go, there we go. Now if someone donates or does things, I think it should just pop up based on whatever it is. So if it's like based on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, based on if it's a follow versus a subscribe versus like a donation and all of that. So we got this thing. I don't know how to change this look and feel right now, so bear with me. We're gonna figure that out as well. But it is different from each. So for instance, if I hop over to this side now, oh, you know what? One thing that isn't popping up, I thought I had the little view count across Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Okay, we'll try to figure that out. I'm gonna struggle trying to do it. Maybe I should do it now when we're still warming up the stream. Garv, you said what we do in the video. What final to do so you can upload your video? Oh yeah, we have a whole list. There's like 15 bullet points, I think. Before we ended the stream yesterday, I had a good chat with Mr. Echo, and he helped put together our game plan for the day. So we're gonna go off of that game plan, okay? We're just gonna be locked in all day, locked in. I got my coffee, I got my Mason Perrier, which flavor? Forever Lime. We cannot be more locked in, okay? So yeah, we'll spend all day on it. But before we get too far into it, I want to fix that one thing because now it's gonna bother me. So I figure I should do it in the early part of the stream before we get too locked in, okay? So what am I talking about? There was supposed to be this silly little a view count. It was supposed to show you like the number of people watching on each of the channels, you know, like Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. But basically there's some limitations with Streamlabs where like it doesn't really work. Yeah, it's not even worth getting into it, but I have been struggling every single day trying to become a streamer, and I'm not complaining, okay? Look, it's been fun, honestly. It's been very fun. But these there's like so many different interfaces, so many different third-party like plugins and programs, and it can be a little bit overwhelming is what I'm realizing, but we're handling it. Now what I wanted to figure out though, let's go to view all themes. All right, I don't know which one it's under, so I'm gonna have to just kind of bounce around and try different things. So bear with me. If something changes on the screen, I apologize. I don't even know if I break something here, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix it. So we're kind of in that danger zone. So let me go into OBS. Let's go to, let me kind of full screen this one for a second. If I go to the viewer count, okay. What if I pump in, can I do refresh, cache? Will this work? Will this work? Oh, maybe it's just hidden. Is it just hidden? Let me see. Come on. You guys still can't see anything, right? Oh, wait, there it is. Ah, ha, ha, ha. We found it. Okay, I just misplaced it. So, yeah, we got a little thing we can pop up. Let me fix it on the other one then as well. It's called viewer count. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know where to put this. Maybe just here. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks, guys, for being patient with me as I do my typical struggle sesh. But here we are. Okay, so now this is our new setup here, okay? Now, it's not perfect, right? There's a lot of things we're going to be just kind of seeing, ironing out the kinks and all that. One of them is that the chat box, it looks like it disappears after someone, after some time. It doesn't like stay on there. So I was wondering, like, do I want to, I don't know. So for now, it's invisible until someone chats. But then if someone chats, I don't know if the other chats from before still stay up there. You know what I mean? So, but listen, we made progress. So I think for now, let's stay with it. Okay, guys, so let's get started, shall we? And I think I briefly mentioned, but let's go through this one as well. Did I do any changes on this screen? Same thing, so you'll be able to see on the top of the screen, you'll see like the latest activities, what people have done to support my channel. So thank you, by the way, Mariam Katami. I believe you had subscribed and it was off stream, so I want to say thank you. And then we had someone, Chinner Walkin on Kick, although I believe he was following to give me some spam stuff. So either way, I appreciate the follow. We need it on Kick, okay? We're a little bit behind on Kick. But yes, so video was completed. So let's kind of recap. Yesterday, we finished the video. We even added a little thank you thing. KG and Garv, you have made it into the video. Let's see if I can show you guys. So unfortunately, it's at the very end, kind of like in the end credits. But I did make a concept where I can say thank you to everyone. Garv, yes, I am the one on Kick. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got 3 people on Kick. Welcome, welcome. All right. It sounds like if I just say the word Kick, maybe people just go there. Kick and YouTube and Twitch. But yes, thank you guys for watching across all of them. Like I said, so Garv and KG, I believe you guys are on the final part here. So I'm going to turn off our hype playlist. KG, I think you helped me make our playlist the other day. So today's music, it's going to be almost exclusively hype, okay? We are locking in. We have to finish everything. We have to finish the video, and then I need to upload the video in the next 2 to 3 hours, I think, so that I could put a premiere that will launch in 24 hours, which would be roughly, I think, 8 p.m. my time, Dubai time for tomorrow. We're committed to this. We're committed. We're staying on it. Okay, let me show you guys the very end because we have a nice little thank you message to you guys. It's not much, again, it's just a tiny little thing, but I figure we can try this now. And then for my future videos, I would love to keep finding ways to kind of say thanks to people who've been helping out. And then the way the name is structured, it's kind of going off of a tier 2 subscriber. So there's one person on there right now, Will, my dear friend Will. He asked for a very special request, so unfortunately, it's not my fault what you're about to see. Then for tier 1s, and I have some people who have supported me on Instagram as well as subscribers. So there's a list of names there. And then when it comes to the OG group, I was going off of the leaderboard. So then I was looking at whoever has the most points from the chat point system that's built in through Streamlabs and all that. So anyways, that's kind of it. Let me just play it. Somber music. Okay, actually, before we get too into it, I want to show you let's set the mood real quick. Let's remember, how does this video end? It ends with a very, very sad storyline where one of the horses died due to the blizzard. So I just want you guys to paint that picture of the somberness, okay? And then when you see what happens, it'll make a lot more sense why it's so ridiculous.
Witnessing their strength and determination in such adversity, it reminded me why I travel. To see and share the true spirit that defines a place and its people. Thank you so much for joining me on this intense first...
Yes, so as a special tier 2 subscriber on YouTube, he did make a few requests, this man, Will, including he wanted his name to be he wanted it to be 240 was like the font size. So that's what we gave him. So he's got a 240 font size in Comic Sans font. And then we got some Papyrus font up here. That's more of a shout out to myself. He wanted more than 240, but I told him in order to do that, you gotta subscribe. You gotta be at least a tier 3 subscriber. So there you go. You got some incentives. But then for the rest, hopefully it's not so crazy.
First chapter of my Mongolian journey.
There you are, KG. You've made the list. We got the tier 1 supporters. Yeah, so do not worry about the ordering of it. It was basically just alphabetical for the live stream stuff. And then the ones up top were from my kind of like OG Instagram supporters, since they've been supporting me for quite some time. But yeah, so I figure we'll kind of keep this going in other episodes as well. Most likely just for simplicity. The thing we did for Will in the beginning, that's probably just a one-time thing, okay? We're not going to keep doing such ridiculousness. So going forward, probably maybe I'll do like a special thanks, and then it could just be a combined like to my like paid subscribers kind of a thing. And then it could just be making sure everyone's listed there. And then going forward, yeah, so going forward, it might just be one kind of title for like, you know, paid supporters, subscribers, and all that. And then obviously it's not just people who pay money that I want to say thank you to, especially in these early days, you know, all of you guys who've been helping out in the chat. So I got you guys covered as well.
Thank you so much for joining me on this intense first chapter of my Mongolian journey. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned.
There you are, Garv. Number 3 on the list here, by the way. So yeah, so then here I was like, okay, let's just go based on who has the most points who has the most PPs, right? If you remember, we got our prize pixel point system in through the chats. And so I figured that was an easy way to make sure I list people based on how much they've contributed. So yeah, we kind of stuck with it.
Tuned for the next episode.
So we got Siegfried, Photo Elite, Garv, Philip Jedra, Yami, and some of these people, you know, helped in different ways. Like some, you know, a lot of these guys gave advice on, like, you know, gave so much good suggestions on the video itself. I remember Philip, shout out to him. He helped me especially with the audio, gave me a good option, the Adobe Podcast, which we ended up using for all the voiceovers. Siegfried was super helpful, especially when it came to the fonts and the title sequence and the last mile of our video. Photo Elite, I think he helped a decent amount from like the last few chapters when he first, you know, hopped in, and then continued to help us out throughout. He's got that wonderful library of all the LUTs and everything else that's like good for content creators. Garv, of course, I appreciate you, man. You've been a constant throughout. And then Yami, I remember, I think she was the second person to give me a raid. And I forget, she might have raided me twice, actually. So either way, obviously very, very appreciative. And yeah, and so on and so forth. Everyone's been super helpful. So we got a number of people.
There's much more to come. More adventures, more incredible moments, and even getting drunk with some eagle hunters. So until then, take care.
Yeah, so then we got a nice way to end the video on a positive note, you know? And then hopefully it will encourage more people to join the streams and support and all that. So I am still trying to be a businessman about things and, you know, yeah, be more strategic, let's say. So I think it's a good strategy. KG said, yay, I made it, and peep the sky color. Oh, wait, which one was it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you helped me with that, didn't you? Where was it? There it is. Yeah, this turned out pretty good, right? Yeah, I can't complain. Yeah, so for today's or SUV, whatever, yeah, the Russian van, yeah. Yeah, I think they literally just called it a Russian van. Now, speaking of peeping, if you peep today's thumbnail, let's see if I can pop it up real quick. Oh, I did find out that on Twitch I can add a thumbnail and description to the videos after it posts. I don't think I can do it during the live stream, but so I started making some adjustments to my Twitch page to kind of, you know, make things a bit more polished. So we're gonna check that out in a second because I think I fixed it this time. Last time I tried to show you guys, I was so proud of myself, and then when I showed you guys, everything looked like trash. Okay, what was I gonna show you? Oh yeah. Thumbnails, live stream. Here we go. This is today's live stream thumbnail, okay? This is what's going to define our actions for the entirety of the stream. We are locked in. No other images required. We're just laser focused the whole day. So get your I don't even remember. Oh yeah, is it the, what do we call it? Is it the locked in emote? get the locked in emotes ready, okay? Because that's the only thing we should be using throughout the day. And probably the hey dummy one, because I'm probably gonna not share my screen as usual. But yes, I'm hyped, okay? So we're hype music, locked in all day. Yes. Oh, wait, is it called the locked in one? I should actually know this, but I'm gonna assume it's locked in. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? What was I gonna show you guys? I just said it too. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna show you after I do blah blah blah. Oh no, even as I said we're gonna be locked in today, already my brain has melted away. What did I say I was just about to show you guys? You know what? It doesn't even matter. If it goes out the brain, it's not meant to be locked in. So now we're locked in. Here we go. Let's bring up ChatGPT. We're gonna talk to Mr. Echo real quick. He's got a whole task list for us. So let me go ahead and see if I can find it real quick. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay, so here's a bit of a recap of where we ended things yesterday. We ended with the conversation with Mr. Echo. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask him to remind us of our entire list of to-dos. Hello, Mr. Echo. It is locked in day. We're T-minus 24 hours from our launch of the video. Well, not really 24 hours. We're going to launch it in about 3 hours from now. But I digress. Can you please remind me of the entire game plan of action items that you helped me take note of yesterday? Can you provide it back to me so we can get started? And I might need to do some prioritization based on that list. But please and thank you. All right. So to Garv's question from earlier, this is our game plan for today once Mr. Echo pops it back over to us. He's thinking. Final action plan. Here we go. Let's zoom in a bit. All right. Here's our full game plan. Here's the full up-to-date launch checklist we mapped out. You're T-minus a few hours, so we'll prioritize as needed. Number one, we have to re-export the video. We have to fix one of the scenes in terms of the timing, and I need to bump up the bit rate. So yes, that was exactly what we need to do. Then two, we're going to review the exported video, so we're going to check to make sure all the colors and everything looks fine. Three, we're going to do the thumbnail. We have to create the best thumbnail possible to represent this video. So I hope people will be on stream because I would love to get people's advice on that because I need objective eyes to be able to peer in and think about this one. Number four, we got to put together the YouTube description and SEO. Yeah, give credits to people, have some comments ready, pinned comments, stuff like that. We got to figure out the right hashtags to use and all that. Premiere scheduling. So we're going to upload it as a premiere for Wednesday at 8 p.m. GST. And we're going to confirm custom thumbnail and set reminder button. Yes. Pre-premiere live stream. Plan a short countdown. Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll just do some planning for when we go live tomorrow. So let's say we go live tomorrow, same time as usual. We'll figure out what we're going to do beforehand. And then also, my hope is that you guys will all join me when the video actually goes live, as in kind of depart from the stream here and watch the video live with me on YouTube. And then number 7, we'll do the custom premiere CTA scene. What does that mean? Research clickable YouTube link overlays and stream. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Here I was thinking, like, let's say I go live tomorrow, and then around 8 p.m. my time, I don't want people to go onto my live stream because obviously we'll be live on YouTube in terms of the video. So I think what I need to do... Okay, we have a few question marks here. that I need to figure out. For instance, if I'm live on YouTube and then the video goes live, do they cause, like, does that cause a conflict to have 2 live videos on your channel? So I need to double check that. Worst case, I just don't go live on YouTube when I'm going live tomorrow in the usual time. We'll just go live on Twitch and Kick. But then let's say when 8 p.m. rolls around, I was thinking I'll create like a be right back scene similar to what I have already, but then maybe there will be a big ass thumbnail that's clickable that says check out my latest video, so it'll direct people to the live stream. That would be the ideal state. I don't know if that actually works. Also, I don't know if does Twitch frown upon that if you like have a link that takes you out of Twitch or something. I have no idea. I don't know. Twitch seems like they're so protective. Anyways, number 8, pre-release promo clips. So we need to work on this for sure. So by the end of tonight, I want to have a bunch of videos that I can start posting starting tonight to kind of, you know, promote the video, and then all throughout tomorrow and the day after. Trailer upload, yep. Instagram reel, edit vertical. Yeah, so we'll do some vertical formats. We want to create like a carousel post. Post release, yes. YouTube ad prep. Okay, so then all of these we can worry about a little bit later, because these are kind of tasks we're going to do after the video's posted. And then we want to make some community posts on YouTube. So we're going to do this tonight as well, most likely, just to let people know that there's a video launching in 24 hours. Cool. So that's the game plan. I think we're as locked in as we can be. So let me take a sip of my wonderful sparkling soda. Now, I'm not fully recovered yet. I still feel congested. And sometimes I wonder, is it like, do I just have chronic allergies? Can you imagine if I'm allergic to my cats this whole time and I'm just living with it? But anyways, let's focus. We're going to re-export the video. So let's go over here. Now, there were 2 areas, right? No, there's at least 1 area. One was in the ice fishing scene. Here. So this one we need to retime. And we already set it up, so it's optical flow and AI speed warp better. I think the rest looked okay, to be honest. Let me just double check the speed and everything. Yeah, I think everything else looked okay. So now the next thing we're going to do now we're going to keep this energy up the entire day for 8 hours straight. Actually, more than that, because then we're going to... Tomorrow's even more hype, okay? So today is like we're doing locked in energy, right? Tomorrow is game time energy. And there is a distinct difference. For those of you guys who used to do sports growing up, there is a key difference, okay? Because then on game time, that's when the stress, that's when the nerves kick in. But then you have only yourself to battle to get rid of those nerves. So that becomes the moment. You know, that's where the champions are made, right? That's where they're defined. Not that I was really ever a champion. I always was second place. I was a champion at one of the other things, but not where it counted. But anyways, the point is, it's not about us losing. It's about the mindset you have going in. And that one we're going to have. So tomorrow's game time. Today's locked in mode. Let me say hi to my cats again. What's up, Kimpap? Yeah, good boy. Kimpap, Kimpap. Kimpap, Kimpap. There you are. You locked in? Are you locked in, Kimpap? Good boy. Oh man. Okay. Too much cat hair everywhere. Okay. With all of that said, I think we're ready. So we're going to export this guy. We already exported one yesterday, but we do need to make the changes. So for instance, last time these were the settings, but now we're going to actually increase this to 100,000 bit rate. And the thought process was, we'll kind of have a we'll see a comparison, but let's test this theory out. Let me make sure everything else is okay. Subtitles, yes. And then we'll call this one version 2. All right, we're rendering. In the meantime, let's go ahead and show you guys the first version that we rendered. And we want to see if hopefully we make some improvements to it. Where did I save it? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here's the first video.
There are moments you never forget when you witness something primal, ancient, unstoppable. Through blinding snow,
So there's a thing in the beginning that we noticed when it first loads in. So here, as you're seeing it fade in, you're seeing this kind of, how do you say? It's like kind of like a banding effect. Thank you, Edora. Yesterday he gave me the name for it, but yeah. You're kind of seeing like the similar kind of concept as you see a lot of times in photography, where you see the banding. I don't know what causes the banding. It might be just something where like, yeah, what's the real cause behind banding? We're gonna ask ChatGPT, but let me try to think my answer for that. Is it something to do with your photo is essentially struggling to map out color in dark areas? Possibly. It can't be that, because I think you see it in bright areas as well. Alright, let me ask Mr. Echo here. Mr. Echo, can you succinctly describe for me what is banding as it relates to photography and videography when you see that kind of distortion in the resolution or the pixels or in lighting areas? Thank you. Let me drink my coffee now. Banding is when smooth gradients, that's the word I wanted, like skies or shadows, break into visible bands of distinct tones instead of a seamless transition. It happens because there aren't enough tonal levels, often due to low bit depth recording or heavy compression. So the camera or codec can't represent every subtle shade, resulting in abrupt steps in color or brightness. Thanks. Okay, so we're exporting our video again in 100 megabits or megabytes bitrate as opposed to the 80 megabits that we had last time. I don't know if it's megabits or megabytes. Doesn't matter. So I'm hoping that will help with some of the banding that I'm seeing in one of the parts of the shots. Do you think it has anything to do with exporting at H.264 versus H.265, or does that make no impact? Also, does it have an impact on having shots look much darker in the export if I have too low of a bit rate? Alright, we're going to play a little bit of this. Let me do the full screen. Let's bring that back.
There are moments you never forget when you witness something primal, ancient, unstoppable. Through blinding snow, I watched them emerge, eagle hunters with the spirit of warriors past. This is my journey to the heart of Mongolia. Welcome back to my channel, where we share the best of the world with the rest of the world.
Okay, So that's one of the areas we're gonna see as the new video updates. We got 2.5 more minutes. Let's see what ChatGPT said. Okay. Mr. Echo said, raising your export bitrate from 80 megabytes per second. God, I wish you would explain. Is it megabytes or megabits? I'll ask next. So raising it from 80 to 100 will absolutely help reduce banding, but the choice of codec also plays a role. H.264 versus 265. 265 is a newer, more efficient codec. At the same nominal bitrate, it'll retain more subtle gradations than 264. Okay. Also, I really like this song, so let me pump this up a bit. How much should I pump it up? Let's pump it up even more here. If I could put this song on repeat, I might. Okay. So if we stick with 264, you may need to bump the bitrate even higher, or use a 2-pass VBR. Okay. Bitrate and dark shots. A too low bitrate doesn't actually make footage darker. It just crushes. I like that word. A too low bitrate doesn't actually make footage darker. It just crushes details and introduces blockiness or banding, which can feel like muddy or unresolved shadows. Okay. If your exported file looks darker than your timeline, that's more likely a color space data levels mismatch, e.g. full versus video levels or improper Rec 709 handling rather than pure bitrate. Okay. Okay, so next we'll try to upload one or export one at 265 at 100. Double check your video levels, set data levels to full, and that should be true. Okay, we'll do a little bit of a check. Okay, but that's good to know. We're learning a little bit every day. All right, less than 1 minute. Man, I'm so excited for this video. Not only for the launch of this video, but I also need to figure out, I guess I should start telling people I'm doing live streams. Okay, boom, it's done. Alright, so this is the version. We still kept it at the 264 codec, but we did bump it up to 100,000 Mbps. I wanted to test a few other things. Okay, let's ask Mr. Echo. Okay, Mr. Echo, 2 follow-ups. 1, can you confirm, is it megabytes or megabits? And then 2, where do I look in DaVinci to see what the data levels are set to? I believe I have it exporting to Rec 709, so I'm not sure if that's the issue, but I'd be curious to double check. Okay. Megabits. Oh, all right. Not megabytes. Bitrate settings in video exports dialogues refers to megabits per second, not megabytes. Remember that 8 megabits equals 1 megabyte. I'm never going to remember that, but thank you very much. Checking data levels in DaVinci. So under the page, video settings, advanced settings. To advanced settings. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we had it on auto, whereas we need to put it on full. Wait, but which one does he want me to use? You know what? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just check out the video. Because if this video is much better, then we're all good. Alright, so this is version 2. It is 2 gigabytes larger because we've increased the bit rate by 20,000 megabits. Alright, so let's check it out.
There are moments you never forget.
It's better than the previous one, but I still see a little bit of like banding, right?
There are moments you never forget. When you witness something primal, ancient, unstoppable. Through blinding snow, I watched them emerge.
Also, what? How did I not notice this before? There's a little bit like almost like a dust spot on the camera.
There are moments you
right there. There's a little dust spot. You're telling me I've been watching this video over and over and over again? I'm just noticing that?
never forget.
Yeah, it's like moving around too.
When you witness something primal, ancient, unstoppable.
There it is. Wow. How have I not seen that before? Okay, that's not a bad thing, because we want to export this again anyways. So for instance, maybe we click on full on the data levels, and maybe we bump this up to like what, 120,000? KG, I'm back. I was fixing up my profile. Haha, I think I'm gonna streak without a camera to go ahead. What do you mean streak? You're gonna start without a camera? I see. You're gonna start without a camera to go ahead and get out there. Yeah. And it blends with the snow. We've all been there. Oh, stream. I've been streaming every day for what, 24 days, and I forgot that word existed. Okay, yes. Of course. I think I'm going to stream without a camera to go ahead and get out there. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if there's anything I can do to help, I have learned a lot. For what it's worth, I think I've gotten, man, I really do feel like I kind of jumped off the deep end on day one. And that tends to be the style that I work in. But yeah, tell me if there's something I can share, if it helps. Ask away any questions. Yeah, we can even, you know what? We can even test out voice, like Discord stuff. But because I did want to test Discord call-ins and stuff. I don't really know how that works, honestly. If I can figure that out today, actually, that'd be kind of good. Because that'd be fun if we can have people call in tomorrow. But we're getting a bit ambitious and ahead of ourselves. But I'm assuming it's just as easy as you... Oh, yeah, because like in my Discord, there's a place where you can go... I did create something called Hangout-Voice. So my assumption is that anyone can chat from there. And then I do have one called the Livestream Lounge. And so my thought process, not that we've done anything with it yet, the thought process was like maybe as like a benefit for either I just, whether it's like you're a tiered member. So let's say if you're a tier 1 member, tier 2 member, or whatever, a Patreon member, or if, we just happen to be friends or I just want to add you into the list, then it could be like people who I've whitelisted to be able to hop onto the stream at different times. So anyways, that's a thought. I do need to test it out. So Lucky or KG, if you guys are on... Well, if you guys are testing throughout the day and you guys want to test out the voice calls, do let me know. I might want to test that out today. I'm gonna even ask Mr. Echo to add that in. Mr. Echo, can you add to our to-do list to learn about how to do Discord voice and video call-ins during a live stream. It'd be interesting if there's a way to let people join the voice call, potentially, either for tomorrow's launch or even just overall, or just in general for live streams in the future. All right, we'll see. And then KG, you reminded me what I wanted to show when I had the brain fart earlier. I was like, oh, what was I supposed to do? I was going to show you guys my Twitch page. Twitch.tv. Not my like event yet. Uh-oh. Did I break something? Well, hopefully you guys can still see me or hear me. I'm not sure. I got a message that said like, oh, Restream is trying to connect. So if you guys can see me, that's awesome. But I wanted to show, yeah, I went offline. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I opened up my Twitch. That could just be a coincidence. But when I opened up Twitch, then all of a sudden I got that message. But this is my little, you know what? I'm just going to take a screenshot so I don't have to be on this page just in case it's causing an issue. Let's exit this. Is that really a thing? Let's see if I disconnected on the other stuff. Waving my hand. Testing, testing. KG, can you still hear me? I think I went... I can't tell if I went offline on all 3 channels. Testing, testing. I think I'm back. Am I back? How do I test that? Testing, testing. I'm trying to wave my hand to see if I can see my hand waving in the little dashboards that I've got. Okay, I see my hand waving. Alright, we're good. Wait, what was that? Did something pop up when I did this? I saw like my profile image pop up on the stream. Okay, maybe it's just a weird coincidence. Okay, well, apologies. I think my internet might have just disagreed with me for a second there. I think I'm back, so... But yeah, what I was trying to show... Let me show this. There it is. So yeah, I spent some time trying to make my little panels on the Twitch page. It's also on Kick as well, but the one on Twitch looks a little bit prettier, although even here it's a little bit off. It was supposed to be a little bit prettier, although even here it's a little bit off. It was supposed to be a bit better. It was supposed to be only 5 panels in each row. So then the one that's here that says commands, it would start down there, and then all these little kind of smaller ones would just all be on the 5th column. But yeah, at least it looks a little bit more orderly now. So I can do a little bit of an intro, I can talk about my cats, here's my schedule, my Instagram page, my YouTube, but then also you can see the key commands that you can punch into the chat, my presets and my gears, and then also our loyalty system, so talking about our PPs that you can collect, our prize pixels. And then also, yeah, if you want to join the Discord, Patreon, and donate, these are all clickable, these buttons there. So yeah, this was shout out to Yami Akuma, Yami X Akuma on Twitch, because I was watching her stream before and I saw how amazing her, you know, like her setup looked, her like her about me page and all that. So then I got inspired to also maybe try to clean this up. So this was my attempt. All right. Now let me ask ChatGPT. We're gonna ask Mr. Echo what. Okay, I'm about to re-export the video, but can you tell me if I end up exporting the video at H.265 and at the data being full, and if I do it at 120 Mbps, is there any risk in terms of how that will upload into YouTube, or do I need to keep it at 100 Mbps or less? All right. Help me out, Mr. Echo. In the meantime, I think he said 120 before. And we're gonna try H.265. Where's the response? Maybe my entire internet went down or something. Okay, here we go. It wasn't showing. Mr. Echo says you're safe to push your H.265 export up to 120 Mbps in full data levels. YouTube will happily ingest it, then internally re-encode to its own delivery bit rates. The only risk is a larger upload and slightly heavier storage on your end. Okay. YouTube supports H.265. It won't trip it up as long as you've graded in full Rec 709. Higher bit rate simply gives YouTube more quality headroom before their transcode. No penalty beyond file size. Okay. That's what we're going to do. But then we did miss the beginning. We had that little dust spot. I can't believe it, because how did I miss it? You know, like we've been staring at this so much every day, for hours every day. We've been looking at the same video, and somehow I missed it here.
There are moments.
There you are, this little bastard over
you
here.
never forget.
Okay, that's an easy fix though. That's the good news. So how do I do it? I believe I go into the colors. I'm going to create a separate node. I'll just create it on this one. Then I need to go to effects. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, maybe first thing I'll do is I'm going to remove the fade out, or the fade out, fade in. I'll try to remember where it is set up to. Somewhere around there. Okay, that way we can start from the beginning of this clip. Okay, let's zoom in on that little smudge. Alright, so we got that little dust spot. I think there's like a few different ways to get rid of it, and I always forget what's the right way. For instance, there's something called the automatic dirt removal. There's also the dead pixel fixer, and then there's a dust buster. We're gonna go with, and then there's also object removal. And I seem to remember, I felt like I've had different results with each one. Like it's never been consistent. But it's probably because I forgot what the steps were to do it. So let's go with the dust buster, because it's called dust buster, right? So you would assume. We're gonna draw an ellipse, I believe. Where are you? Okay. But then I forget how to make this go until the end. Because it fixes it here, right? But it's only staying on one frame, and I forget, like, how do I just get it to process all the way to the end? Spatial, maybe? Okay, maybe that's not the right answer. So, okay, we'll try the other one. I really should just kind of Google this or YouTube it, but we'll go with object removal. Okay, what if I create a little ellipse? Alright, so we've trapped it in there. Scene analysis, I believe. Okay, let's see if it worked.
There are moments you never forget. When you
Okay. Hey, Rex1K, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you, thank you. It's good to know the stream's working. I think I went offline for a little bit there. I'm not sure what happened, but doesn't matter. We're locked in today. We are. Can I change the name of my video titles? Because we are locked in today. T-1 day. Video launch tomorrow. I guess that's says enough. We're gonna launch that video tomorrow. Okay, let's first figure out how to make this work. Alright, so I mean, that did not work. We're just flailing around here trying to make this. Let's try the dead pixel fixer. Where are you? Okay, I think this will do. I'm hoping it's big enough in terms of the size. Whoops. There's a better way to do this. Primal Nation! Welcome, welcome. Yo, Primal, your name's on my video. We put you in there. It's at the very end, though. I hope you don't mind. But we give a nice little shout out to everyone who's helped me out on the streams. Speaking of help, how the hell do I do this? It's been so long. Okay, I think this works. Let's test it real quick.
There are moments you never forget. When you witness something primal, ancient, unstoppable. Through blinding snow, I watched them emerge. Eagle hunters with the spirit of warriors past.
Okay, we're good. I think I briefly saw it for like a half a millisecond or something, but we're good. We fixed it. Okay, we're all done. We're gonna re-export this, and then Primal. Let me show you. Also, Primal, we made some changes to our scenes, our look and feel. So I'll walk you through some of the changes. I'm kind of happy with them so far, you know. All right, but most importantly, let's go ahead and re-export this guy. This will be version 3, H.265, 4K, 120,000 Mbps, in full data levels with our subtitles. Cool. Let's render. we're basically in hype mode right now. So all our music, everything is all about the hype. Because we're gonna launch the video tomorrow at 8 p.m. my time. So that's like what, 26, 27 hours from now. So we need to crush through all this. I want to be able to upload the video in the next 2 to 3 hours onto YouTube as like a YouTube premiere. That's our current deadline we're trying to reach. But Primal, let me go and show you where you are on the video. Where is Mr. Primal? Well, let me show you. So we're just making some fixes right now because I noticed some banding on the video, so it sounds like I just need to increase the bit rate and change the codec, and then hopefully we'll be able to get all of the proper resolution there. But at the very end of the video, when we have our little photo montage that I show, I figure that's a nice place for me to actually give some little bit of like a shout out and thanks to people who've supported me. So it's not much, but it was just more like, you know, like thanks to the tier 2 and tier 1 subscribers, because this video in particular is a very special one, right? Because this whole video was made live, you know, all done, recorded on live streams. So it's kind of cool. And I do want to keep doing this, and we'll keep finding ways to thank people who are supporting me in different ways. But anyways, let's see if I play this. It's pretty loud, right? Maybe it's just loud on my side. What up, Sora? Yo, Sora, you're just in time because you're in this video as well. New you, hot damn. Yeah, we made some cool changes, I think. Well, I hope so, because I paid good money for some of these things, okay? I'm a little bit embarrassed to say I could have gotten like a 30% discount, and I somehow didn't apply the code. So, you know, what can you do? You're in the video, Sora, you and Primal. So basically, I'll show you. Okay, how do I say this properly? When you see it first pop up, it's going to be the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen before. But this was a special request from my very special tier 2 subscriber, Will. He's one of my closest friends in real life, and he stalked me on YouTube, and now he's supporting me. So he did make a special request, which I had to oblige. But let me go and show you. It's towards the end here. It's not much, but you know, it's just a little. Okay, how do I play this video though? Play video.
In the storm's aftermath, Arctic sadly lost one of his stallions, a tragedy shared by tens of thousands across Mongolia. Roughly 8 million livestock perished, triggering food insecurity and economic hardship throughout the region. But amidst this harsh reality, the resilience of Mongolia's people stood out clearly. Witnessing their strength and determination in such adversity, it reminded me why I travel. To see and share the true spirit that defines a place and its people.
Okay, here we go. Oh, Primal, I need to ask you about emotes and stuff.
Thank you so much for joining me on this intense first chapter.
All right, so just for Will, just this one time, he does get his own blasted name and tier 2 subscriber all on his own. He did request Comic Sans as his font, and then I put in a little bit of Papyrus as well. So there he is. Thank you very much, Will. Yeah.
Me on this
but then you guys show up after.
First chapter.
Sorry, he said, wait, you can show a dead horse in Twitch, but when I play a game with small gore, I get shadow banned. Jeez, really? Well, don't say that, just in case they're gonna find me, you know. And it's not let's just say it's not a dead horse. It's just a frozen horse, right? Maybe they can revive it later on in the future. I don't know. It was so cold there that it's like cryo, you know. It's just sleeping, you know, without a heartbeat. That's all. But
my Mongolian.
Okay, so then here we got our tier 1 subscribers. And so basically going forward in these kind of videos, I'll probably just, you know, just like have like a paid supporters kind of section. And then I wanted to also call out everyone, because obviously just because you don't give me direct money or whatever doesn't mean you haven't helped me.
If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned.
So then here we start showing the OG supporters. Now, the way I listed this was basically because I wanted to be as neutral as possible. So what I did is I went into the leaderboard. So I went into our little PPs, the points that you guys have been collecting from engaging in the chat and all that. And so then I just went based off of whoever had the most points. So there you are, Primal Nation. There you are. And Sora, I know you're in here as well.
For the next episode, because trust me, there's much more to come.
There you are, right there with the dog. You got Sora photo streams, got that dog in you there. But yeah, it's not much, but I figured it was worth the effort to kind of figure out a way to, put everyone's names in here, because it's been a very fun journey. And I'm not lying when I say, because I live stream this process, and because you guys have provided so much support, both actual support of giving advice or feedback or suggestions and all that kind of stuff, but then also just being encouraging and making this actually entertaining and fun for me to do 8 hours every day for 24 days. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I can give a quick little shout out to everyone.
More adventures, more incredible moments, and even getting drunk with some eagle hunters. So until then, take care.
And then the video will be done. Okay, the third video attempt is ready, so we can watch that and see if we fix all the banding issues and stuff. Sora, you said, hells yeah. I love, and then Primal Nation with with your epic looking badges and stuff. I was like, man, Primal, I should ask you about, there's like all these other things, not just emotes, there's the badges, there's I feel like there's all these other random image things you can upload custom. But anyways, because at some point maybe I was like, oh, maybe I can ask Primal if I can pay you to make some stuff. That'd be awesome. Sora, you said, oh hells yeah, I love the font, reminds me of PowerPoint of mine that I use for teaching. Okay, good. Because it's no secret I don't know the first thing about fonts, so I just kind of choose whatever works. And then I figured in this place the font can probably look a bit more playful and informal because it's just like usernames, right? It doesn't have to look serious. I was like, okay, no one can complain about any font I use there, I hope. So, but yes, we have made changes to our stream setup. So over here I found something. I used a website called nerdordie.com, and on nerdordie.com they had some things that I ended up purchasing, but one of them was like this thing here. So I have like a horizontal view of just like the last people to do whatever to support me, and then over this way it's just like a little vertical dock, so when people do donations or subscribes or follows, it'll pop up this way. But it didn't stay permanently, it just kind of pops up for a few seconds, hence why I was like, okay, I'll have this one then to go with that. And then we have a little, I'm so bad at this, we have a live view count thing over there, so I figured that'd be kind of fun. We can kind of see the progress. At what point do we end up becoming a double-digit streamer, consistent double-digit streamer? That'll be the goal, obviously. And then what else has changed? Oh, and then now if you do the emotes, it should blow up on the screen, right? So if I do Yobel P locked in, does this work? Yeah, there it is. Oh, that looks so cool. Yes, so we're upgrading our setup now, bit by bit, so we're having fun with it. I still haven't figured out how to do the points in a cooler way. I might have to actually pay for Streamlabs, because I think I was reading that Streamlabs has some like better games that are possible if you upgrade to their whatever ultras thing. So we may do that, but if we recall, I think it was like 17-19 bucks. Yo Jasmine, thank you for the follow. How cool is that? Okay, I think that's like the original thing, right? So I do want to update that, the thing that popped up there. I figured like if I can have it so my cat face, so I can have the face of my cat pop up, and like if I can gifify it or animate it, that'd be pretty cool. So the thing that just popped up there, but did it pop over here? I wasn't paying attention. Shoot, damn it. That was like this is the perfect time for me to actually see if it actually worked. But hopefully, Jasmine, you saw your name pop up here somewhere as well. Jasmine, you're saying what's going on? Not much. We're just having fun with it. Today we are locked in though. I'm saying that as I'm being distracted, but that's all good. What do I mean by locked in? We finished our video, okay? Oh, and look, Jasmine, your name's popping up on the screen there. Do you see that? Ooh, that was so cool. I forgot. I actually totally forgot that I set that up. Jasmine, you're asking how often do you stream? Well, this is my 24th day of live streaming, and every day we've been averaging around 8 to 9 hours